Hi, my name's Chris Howard, callsign 2E0CTH, and I thought I'd just do a quick YouTube video on how to operate the Baofeng UV-3R radio. So here we go. So what I've got here has got on it, currently got on it the aerial for UHF. There's also a separate aerial for VHF as well, but it's currently got on the one for UHF. So I'll quickly go through the various buttons you've got. So we've got an on-off button there, zoom in a little bit to make it a little bit easier to see. So there's an on-off button there for powering the radio on and off. There's a UV button, a menu button and a volume button. And on the side we've got a PTT, a function button and also a light button. On top there is a control knob which you have to pull out. In fact, I'll quickly show you that. So to use that you have to pull it out, then you can turn it. So it just locks in place so you can't press it back or turn it by accident if it's in your pocket or something. On this side you've got a couple of hidden sockets, one for a speaker mic and the other for the DC power charger. Okay, so I'll start with the obvious thing, switching it on. So pretty obviously just press the on off button there, just hold that in, there you go, and it comes on. It shows you the voltage there. I don't know if you notice it says 4.1 volts. Just to give you an idea about the battery charge, there's also a battery charge indicator in the corner as well there, which you can see. Again, this one's fairly well charged up, so that's good. This is actually gone straight into the UHF VFO mode, so you can see we've got a UHF frequency on there. If we press the UV button on the front, that will take us into the VHF mode. So press that once, hold it in a little quicker. There you go. It takes us down to a VHF frequency. If you want to change frequency, we do that with the knob on the top, so I'll just pull it out to allow us to release it, and then you can turn that around. You can see on the front there the frequency is changing. And if I want to go to a frequency much further away, I can press the function button on the side there, just press that in, and you'll see the function option displays on the menu on the screen there. And now if I turn the knob, it's now jumping in 1 MHz jumps rather than the regular step, to make things a bit quicker. Again, press the function to come out of there. Okay, so that's the basic operations. If you want to change the volume, press the volume button, and you can just change the knob on top to make the volume up and down there as well. Again, pretty simple. Press the volume again to come out of there. On top is a little light, you can see on top there. If I press the button on the side here, the orange button here, if I press that in, makes the light come on, which I guess could be useful at night time if you can't find your car keys. Again, press that again to turn it off. And on the same button, this button on the side here, you can take it into the FM broadcast radio mode as well. So again, hold that in. This time you hold it in rather than press it in, and you'll see now it's gone to the FM broadcast bands. And again, hold it in to turn it off, take you back to the regular radio mode. Okay, what I'll show you now is the menu system for the radio. It's actually reasonably straightforward and pretty well laid out, and if you want to do anything other than just simplex communication, you need to go into the menu and set some options. So the way you get into the menu is you press the menu button in the front here, just press it in, and that takes us into the menu options. So you can see menu 1 is RX code, etc. So we can scroll through those using the knob on the top. Just turn the knob, take us through the various options on the menu to do the various functions. There are 18 options on this model of radio if you've got the latest firmware. So what I thought I'd show you how to do is set it up to use a repeater. So the way you come out of the menu is you press the menu button again, takes you back into the VFO mode. So what we'll do, we'll go and set this up to access the repeater in Guildford, the GB3 Golf Fox repeater. So that's got an output frequency of 433.3, which is obviously in the UHF band. So I'm going to press the UV to take us into the UHF bands, and I'm going to go and choose that frequency. So again, I'm going to press function on the side, which will allow me to change to go up to 433 without scroll through every single frequency in between. Press function again, and I'm now going to choose 0.3. Okay, so that's the output frequency of the repeater. What I'd like to do now is I've also got to set the offset and the access tone as well. So the way I do that, I have to go to the menu. So press the menu button and scroll through to the option that says offset. So if I actually want to go into the option that says offset, I press the UV button. So what you do, menu takes you into the menu, you choose the option that you want, and then you press UV to take you into the option. So I'll do that again, press menu, it was number 10 I think it was, yeah, and then UV. And currently it thinks the offset is 0, so it should be 1.6. So I'm going to press function on the side, just to choose 1, function again, and then choose 0.6. Okay, so we've now got the offset set to 1.6. To save that, press the UV button. What I need to do next is to set the shift to tell whether it's a plus or a minus 1.6. So again, I've just chosen the option 11 there in the menu, just the next one along. Press the UV button, and I've got the option of a no shift, a minus shift, or a plus shift. Well, this has actually got a plus shift, so I have it on the plus symbol there. Press UV to save it. And now I'm going to press menu to come out of the menu system. So you'll see now I've got the output frequency, and I've got a plus at the top there, which indicates that we've got a plus shift set. Zoom in a little bit there, so you can see the plus symbol there. What I also need to do is set an access turn. So again, go into the menu system, so press menu. I'm going to set the TX code. The TX code is number 2, so choose menu number 2. Press UV again, and currently it's off. The tone for that particular repeater is 88.5, so I can scroll around and choose 88.5 as the correct CDCS tone for that repeater. Press UV to save that, and press menu. Okay, so I've now set the output and the input frequency and the tone, so now I should be able to use that repeater. Unfortunately, from this location I can't get into that repeater. I'm not inside from here, I can't do that unfortunately, so I'm not going to be able to do a demonstration. But anyway, what I'll do next is we're going to save that in memory. So the way that we do that is you press the function button on the side, so press that, and we press the UV button. Okay, and we've now got it flashing in the corner there, the memory we want to use. So I'm going to use memory number 1. Press UV again, and that's now saved as a memory. So the way I go into memories in the radio is I hold down the UV button. So UV, pressing it once, just takes you between UHF and VHF. If I want to actually go into memories, so if I go back to say VHF, if I want to go back into memory number 1, I hold down UV. Okay, and I'm now in memory number 1. Now I've only got one memory in this radio, so if I scroll around, there's obviously no memories to show you, so it'll stay on that one. Okay, what I'll do next, I'll show you some other options. So I've actually got another radio here, which I've already got programmed with actually a whole bunch of other frequencies. So what I'll do, I'll bring in my other radio, and I'll show some of the other functions. So this radio is already in memory mode. Let's just zoom in again. So I can scroll between the various memories that I've set. Sorry. So you can see I've got quite a few memories set already on this radio. If I actually want to scan through them, which you often want to do if you want to find the repeater if it's in use, you press the function button on the side, and you press menu, and that will now scan through those memories. You can also, if you want to, you can actually change direction. Just turn the knob in the other direction, it'll actually go backwards if you want it to. It's not got a particularly fast scan on this particular radio. It's not really quick, but it does the job, I suppose. It's probably scanning 2 or 3 memories a second. So that's scanning. You can press menu, you can press the PTT button to cancel that. Okay, that just about wraps up things from here. Just a couple of final words. Programming the radio is actually a lot easier using the computer. So if you haven't bought one of these yet and you're thinking about buying one, then do consider buying one with a programming cable, because actually it's a lot easier to do it on the computer, especially if you're programming a lot of repeaters in at once than doing it through the radio itself. Although, as you've seen, it's still possible. It isn't too difficult to do. And also, obviously, I've only covered the really basic functions here in this video. There is a Yahoo group you can go to on the internet, and there's lots of discussions there about this radio, and it's actually quite busy at the moment on there. So if you've got any questions, post the question there. I'm sure someone will come back to you if they haven't already answered it already. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.